Hello, people, and welcome to the 15th edition of the King Life Podcast with yours truly, Josiah Willis, alongside my co-host and good friend, Anthony Lombardo.
Hey, guys.
Today we will play a game called Will You Press the Button? So, Anthony, bro, last week we did an episode called Would You Rather, where we were asking back and forth would you rather questions, and I have about 3 that I didn't get a chance to ask you from last week.
Okay, shoot.
Alrighty. So the first one I have is, would you rather gamble $1 million or gamble your own family?
Huh? Well, okay. Is this assuming that I have $1 million, or is this assuming that I go into debt?
That's a good point. Let's say you have it.
Okay, if I have it, obviously I'm gambling the million, and
Yeah.
I'm also kind of assuming that I only have $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Because why in the world would I gamble my family? I don't even know what that would entail. I'm assuming they're going into slavery or something.
That's
good.
hilarious. Yes.
Yeah. What about you?
I am gambling $1 million. I'm never
Okay.
doing it in my family.
I was about
bro.
to be surprised that you just thought about it.
Yeah. I thought, right? Because I'd be giving away my mom. Like, nah, bro, I couldn't
Yeah,
do
no.
that. That would hurt my heart.
Okay.
All right. Next question. Would you rather get slapped in the face by a midget or punched in the nose by a coke addict?
Wait a minute. Repeat that. Slapped in the face by a midget or punched in the nose by a coke addict?
Yes.
Okay, so let's think about the physics
Sure.
of a midget slapping me in the face, right?
Okay, yep.
They're going to be below me,
Yeah.
right? They're not going to have the best angle. They're going to be reaching up. It might not even be a big slap. If I
Yeah.
get punched in the nose by a coke addict,
Sure.
they're going to be like hyper and and if they punch me in the nose, that's going to hurt a lot more than I think a slap from
Yeah.
a midget.
Right.
So that's what I think.
slapping the midget is your pick.
Yeah, you?
I'm doing slapping in the face. I can't take a punch in the nose, bro. That hurts, bro. Like, you gonna break my nasal, cavities and everything like that from there. Like, I can't go with that.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Okay.
And hey, cold people, man, I feel bad for y'all guys. I do. I have love for you, but I don't have love for what you do. I just say that. Last but not least, would you rather be a character in Kakaguri, not Rai or I,
Kakaguri. Okay.
or be a character and Erase?
Oh.
Personally, for Anthony, you guys, because he loves these 2 shows.
You
by the
haven't
way,
seen Erased, have you?
I've seen little snippets and
Little
details. but
Okay,
yeah.
so what we're talking about, by the way, is 2 animes. I've recently gotten into anime, and recently
hip.
I've gotten Josiah into anime, which is this.
I mean, I've been into anime, but I'm hit to these new shows that you're showing me now,
Uh-huh.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the Kakaguri is basically this high school where gambling is king, and your rank is determined by how well you gamble. And the other one is about this. Ooh, it's rough, but it's
Yeah.
about like this guy who goes back in time because of this thing that happens called revival, where anytime a disaster is going to happen, like something really bad, where typically it's a kid who's about to die or something of that nature,
Mhm.
he'll go kind of back. It's like a repeat, except now he noticed that, oh shoot, a revival's happening. I got to look for something that seems off and fix it before something bad happens.
Interesting.
And so what ends
Yeah.
up happening in the show is that he goes back in time to stop a disaster from happening in the future, but he goes back to like his childhood to save some kids that are going to be like kidnapped.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's a very interesting story, and knowing that a lot of people, well, actually, both of these are bad situations. I would rather.
Yeah. You got to take that into deep consideration about what show you would be in.
A lot of people in Erased die, and unless I'm
Right.
in the right time, like point in time where I don't die, that's a lot of bad gambles.
There's a lot of money in Kakaguri, that's for sure. Guri, it's because of your energy. He's transferring onto my energy.
I would rather.
You got to pick. which character would you be? I mean, which character
Okay, so as a
Yeah.
guy, as a guy,
would you
and
be a
even if
character?
I was a kid as a male, 90% sure that I'd be fine and erased. So I'll do
Okay.
that. It's
Okay.
not the most pleasant place to be, but it's better than losing everything I have in an instant.
Okay.
So,
I'll pick Kakaguri for me.
well, you haven't watched Erased, you know?
That's fair.
That's part of
but
the
I
problem.
but I like Kakaguri because of the fact that you have showed me it, and it's an interesting dynamic, and I would like to play my part in some way, shape, or form in that show. I don't know about being a gambler
I
per
don't think-
se.
Well, you
but
have
I'll-
to be a gambler.
I mean,
right?
yeah, but I can also be somewhere along the lines of what Ryota? Ryota? Yeah.
Mm.
I can be like him. You know what I mean?
Where
A
he's
standby.
He's just
Innocent standby.
being dragged around by the main character all
yes.
the time.
yes.
I'm not smart enough to be in Kakurai.
Oh,
You know what I'm
you'll
saying?
be very, very smart. in
So
that show.
I would just rather not. But moving on from that, we were going to play a different game today called Will You Press the Button? Also, if you were on YouTube many years ago, you would realize that we are kind of copying what they were doing back then. But that's fine. We were just going to have some fun with these few weeks.
Yes,
we're
sir.
also going to maybe switch into a live, like a live stream type
Mhm.
thing for the next thing where we're also going to
Yeah.
be on the radio live. And
Yeah.
later on, we may consider opening up some phones to have some phone calls come in. So that might be nice.
It'll be pretty cool.
Stay tuned for some updates on that.
And if we are available to do so, when me and him will definitely have time to talk about this afterwards. Weekly topics may come back as well too. So be on the eye for that. We'll catch that.
Yeah, we're
it
we're
comes.
coming back. We've just been on a bit of a hiatus doing stuff. So
Big hiatus.
Yep. all right. So Josiah,
mm-hmm.
will you press the button if you never have to sleep again, but you only live until you're 50?
Ooh. With no sleep. And I only listen until I'm 50.
Yeah, you never have to sleep again. I guess you probably could, but you know.
Yeah. I will not. I will not. I want to live longer than 50.
Why is that?
Because I want to be able to see my grandkids, you know what I'm saying, be there with my wife still, you know, do some little loving, you feel what I'm saying? But also too, be able to be around events, get, around whatever is new, whatever is different, what I'm not used to, of course, around some decades later. So I would like to be around further longer. I honestly have actually said to myself like years back that I want to live until I'm like 100 years old, which is crazy, but that's how I feel.
Okay. I'm actually gonna say another question because I actually want to caveat to an interesting point my
Mhm.
friend made.
Sure.
But yeah. Would you rather, when you're 90, have the body or the mind of a 30-year-old?
Body of the mind of a 30-year-old?
A body or the mind of a 30-year-old when you're 90?
I said the mind.
The mind?
The body is going to be there. You're going
Mhm.
to look fragile. You're going to look older. But if you still have the mind to where you are able to be very knowledgeable.
Well, that's the thing. If you had the body of a 30-year-old, you
Sure.
would look like you're 30, but
Yeah.
you have the mind of a 90-year-old.
Yeah, you look up to date. You know what I'm saying? You will definitely know what's new and what's out there and be up to par. So,
So you would rather be mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reason I say that is because I asked that my friend that question before. And she's very funny, but she would rather the body because she said she would rather not live to be ugly.
I cannot, bro.
But the interesting point that she kept making is
hmm
she wouldn't care to live past like 40. One, because she doesn't want to be ugly. Two, because
Sure.
she doesn't care to see the world in like after too far after now, because the way it's going, we're not going to have like certain resources by like what 2050 and yada yada
Maybe.
yada.
Yeah.
Like that's what all science is saying generally, and it's
Sure.
like, wow, we got this far and we're not to expect too much after.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting because, yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why I'd live much, much longer if that's just what it's going to end up being anyway.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I take that into deep consideration. But then again, I'm very optimistic about change. So something might come up. It might happen. You might be right,
Hopefully.
but
Hopefully.
it might come. It might not necessarily be that way. But we'll have to see.
Yeah.
I have a question too. My question is: you gain super strength and are able to lift up to 3 tons,
Okay.
but whenever you lift anything, you spray diarrhea everywhere.
Hell nah. Nah, man. I got to keep up my public image.
Oh my gosh.
Nah. That's,
you will not?
incredibly embarrassing. Anyway, no.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
I feel you. No.
Hell no.
No. I mean, that's it's to your point. It's very embarrassing. Who would want to do that? Like it baffles me.
Yeah, those people I could save? Nah, fam. Okay, Josiah. Will you press the button if you can travel anywhere in the world for free, but every time you go through airport security, they discriminate and give you a rectal search? Bruh.
What?
I did not read
Wow.
this question before.
That's
I
very
got it.
prejudiced. Okay. And racist too.
Yeah.
No, I will not.
Okay.
I will
fair
not,
enough.
bro. I have
enough.
my dignity, man. I gotta honor that. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
nah, fam.
that's free will. You feel what
Nah.
I'm saying? I'm not going that route. You got me messed up. No. Heck no.
Bruh.
Would you?
Hang on, wait a minute. Online, it says that 60% of people would.
Well, if you're not black, I can understand that
People tweaking.
process, but I don't know. I wouldn't say that for myself, but then I'm just joking. Here, you guys, don't come at me like this. I'm just saying.
Y'all are gross, bro.
But whatever.
All you viewers, you're gross. You're part of that 60%.
I cannot. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, will you press the button if you change gender, but so does everyone else?
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every time I look down, all of a sudden I'm seeing something I want to see. Well, actually, hang on a sec.
Wait a minute. What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. I mean, isn't that just roles reversed and I can still pick out the people that I would want to be with? I don't see the downside necessarily.
Huh.
Well, then again, I don't know. This seems like kind of weird circumstance. Is it permanent?
It says so does everyone else.
Hmm.
Everyone has to do it. Everyone changes their gender, including me. And obviously, I do not want to change my gender, but if you do, guess what? We are not friends no more.
What if I had the superpower to just snap my fingers and then everyone in the world changed their gender, including me? That would be fun.
But then you'd be the world's greatest Thanos. You know what I'm saying? You'd be better than Thanos, bro. Like
better than Thanos.
You feel what I'm saying? Thanos couldn't do that, bro. He only made people
He
disappear.
ain't got that power.
At least you keeping us alive, bro. We still exist in this world. You feel me?
I just want chaos. That's all I want. All right.
Right.
So you found the solution for world peace, but you cannot tell anyone.
You didn't answer that question, by the way.
Oh, I did.
You said I will not?
Yeah, I'm fine how I am. I will
Okay,
not.
cool. But yeah, what was your question? My bad.
You found the solution for world peace, but you cannot tell anyone.
Okay, I'll press button on that one.
Yeah?
Yep.
Why?
Only because if I tell it, here's the thing. You got to understand, especially when you're black. And for those who are black, you understand this when you're black. You tell too much information, you tell the truth, a lot of times things happen to you in a very, very weird, strange occurrence. And I say that because people who actually had cures for medicine were killed.
You're
And
saying you're going to get assassinated if you
I
told
might,
everyone anyway?
yeah, I might risk
Well,
that, bro.
what are you going to do with that information?
I mean, I could say a lot of different things, but let's say I go about exposing that to the world, right?
Mm.
And the thing is, it might be for a good cause, might be for good change, but a lot of times if I tell too much, and it may be good, like too much of anything is good, right? But if you go about telling too much good, somewhere down the line, someone bad is going to try to prevent that good from happening and try to be that imbalance chemically.
So, like, are you saying that you're going to, like, expose people to the right paths to make that good change happen, but like
I would,
slowly without like really saying what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would show it. I would show it based off of you come and follow and see. rather than having
You
to
would just
tell.
nudge people in the right way.
Yeah, just do it like in a way where I'm mysterious, I'm cryptic, like for real, and you don't actually expect what I'm going to come around and do. You know what I mean? It'd be more unique that way, rather than having to tell it. Because if you tell too much, you tell all.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that's my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I would probably do the same. What if I just choose to do nothing about that information? I lead
That's
people
funny.
down the opposite way. I'm like, nah, fam. I gotta get some of that war money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I gotta die in some war. That's what's just
Okay.
gonna happen. Also, 60% of people said that they would press the button.
Mm.
So, yeah. What you got?
Alrighty. Will you press the button if you make this world a paradise for everyone, but someone you hate gets all the credit? Hey, bro.
Well, okay. I can loathe my entire life about that, but you know what? If I make that happen
Mhm.
and then it happens,
Yeah,
like I already live in paradise, how much more could I want?
that's a fact.
At that point, I'm just gonna like breathe. Oh my god, my words. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. Oh my
Mhm.
god, I'm gonna
Breathe
breathe
deep.
deep, and then I'm just gonna be fine
Yeah, you
because
got
it's
luxury.
like whatever. I am straight chilling.
You got
Whatever.
the family. You got the places to go.
And then
to.
because it's paradise and I have all the money in the world, I'll hire a hitman. But we'll ignore that part.
Take him down.
But then I'll be straight chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, that's fire. So,
What about you?
okay, for me, okay.
Yeah.
So for me, no, I want to get all the credit. I don't
Really?
want nobody giving.
Wow.
No,
You
I
could
can't.
save.
I could say
You
what you're
could
saying
save
right
so
now.
many people
That's
by
a fact,
just
but
breathing.
To me, that's like saying you be God, right? So essentially, I'm God, right? And I feel
Okay.
like if of course, I'm not the one true living God that I believe in. But for me, I feel like I'm just all knowing. I'm omnipresent. I'm everywhere, and you don't know me. You won't ever know that I've actually gotten the credit. It's like when you hear about people who take credit for them becoming famous over, right?
Mhm.
But then we have to see the reality of, okay, was Rosa Parks really the first black female to, say no when she was on the bus? From what I've been told, that is not fairly accurate. It's actually been someone else has been doing it for a long time. So, yeah, man. But as far as I'm concerned, I will say, I'm gonna press the button on that one for me.
Oh, so you would press a button?
Yes, I'm going for that.
Okay, so you're okay with people like you're okay with that person taking the credit?
Yeah, because it's passed down. He's passing down the torch from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the originator. You feel me?
Okay.
So, 59% have pressed this button, while 41% did not.
Why is it that more people press the button on the airport security one?
That's a fact. That's very true,
What is
bro.
wrong with y'all?
I don't know, man.
Whatever.
People got issues, bro.
Yeah.
It's more than what we can, account for.
Yeah. So you can live in whatever world you wish to live in, but you will die 3 days later.
Dang.
Mhm.
I can live in whatever world I want to live in
For 3 days.
for 3 days,
And then you're dead.
and then I'm gone.
Mm.
I perish. I transition. Okay, I get the point. That's tough to even really consider about answering, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can live in whatever world I want to live in.
Yeah.
I'll press the button on that one.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
Why?
Because, man, like 3 days, I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but
Okay.
but I feel like I can have a world that will be designed in a way where I can control it, I can create it and put it all together, and no one would judge me for it. No one will be complaining about it, because at the end of the day, it's by my own control, my own command, and I have free will to do that. So
I
I think I like that question.
So here's my thought.
Sure.
I feel like this would be a better question if I was older, maybe. Because if I was older,
fact.
then I would have basically gone through all the stuff I would have wanted or gone through. And then I just, last 3 days, I put in all the stuff I would have liked to have done.
Sure.
And then there we go. I'm done. Right now, nah. Right now, I would not press a button because, I don't know, I still have time to at least try to structure things in a way that I would want for my
That
own
is
life.
true. That is true. But given what can be done around this world, I think one of the things I would definitely like to take away from this world is chaos. people just dying left and right by shootings, killings, a lot of
But
different
you're
things.
gonna be dying in 3 days.
I know, but I can be dying a peaceful death though. You know what I'm saying? Not
guess,
dying
yeah.
like anything with any sickness or cancer or COVID. None of
What
that
if
stuff.
you don't? What if that's the one thing you can't control? You have to die like a really bad.
That's
death.
true. I mean, it's possible. You know, what I'm saying granted,
Mhm.
but I feel like I will take away some things in this world. Like it's my own world. So if
Sure.
I have this as my own world, I am taking away nonsense from people having to kill each other. You can fight, but you don't die by someone fighting you. I know it sounds weird, but that's just how I feel.
I mean, I remember this interesting thing from the Matrix where it was saying the Matrix by the way, it was saying like if there was the guy was what is it Mr.
Neo?
Smith.
Oh,
That
yeah,
guy?
yeah.
Mhm. He
Right.
was saying like there was a world where everything was the way that where everyone got what they wanted and
Yeah.
they hated it. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't live in it.
That's
And
true.
so if you created that world, I'm wondering how long would that be allowed to really exist, right?
You got a good point. That's a really good point. I mean, it can go either way.
Because for the
yeah.
for the sake of free will, that world I just don't think can exist because people just can't deal with it.
it can go either or, bro. But
Mhm.
for me, I'll have to press the button on that one because I like to see what would happen. Even after I die, I know I'm going to go somewhere else. So, like, it can be anything.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anthony,
Sure.
will you press the button if you could be lazy without judgment,
Okay.
but you could never dream when sleeping?
Who says I dream when I sleep?
I mean, you told me, you know what I'm saying, outside this podcast that you love to do or love to be a part of.
Well, I used to. So I think I know what you're gonna say. I used
Yeah.
to try to lucid dream and
Yes,
stuff,
lucid dreaming,
which
yes.
is really interesting. I think I might have talked about it in the podcast,
Yes.
but I don't know. I can be as lazy as I want without judgment. I would not
Yeah.
press the button because I don't want to be as lazy as I want without judgment. I actually want to do things in my life, and if I just am allowed to never do anything, then what's the point?
I got you. What was the percentage of your question?
Oh, let me check this real
Yeah.
quick. You said you would press the button, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. 72% said they would not press the button.
Wow. Really?
People prefer living. Yeah. So there you go. So would I.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Well, that's just how I feel. How many was the percentage of those who said they would press the button?
Well, it's 28 to it's
Oh,
the
that's
inverse
bad.
of 72.
That's basura.
yeah.
Man, I feel bad now. Okay. For me, it is 51% said they would press the button on the lazy without judgment because not sleep when dreaming.
Man, there's 1% too many that would say.
Well, can never dream when sleeping. Yeah.
Man,
And-
well,
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. But 49% said they would.
so here's
Decline.
my
They
thought
would
on that. You still have stuff like your job and stuff, right?
Sure.
Even though they may not judge you, you still can't like ignore your responsibilities, right? So you don't get you don't get a free pass. It's just now your parents or your loved ones or whoever will not judge you for it. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, that doesn't fix the problem. It just means that you won't get judged for it.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know. That's my thought.
Sure. All right, Anthony.
Okay.
Will you press the button if you can play any game in perfect virtual reality? You will experience every aspect as if it were real with no ill effects.
I wonder what games I will pick. Anyway.
But once you play any game this way, you can never play it again in any format.
So I can play.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, that's just
Yes,
asking
sir.
for trouble, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, hang on. Okay. I don't have to play any game. I make a list of games that I would do one-offs for, and that would be incredible for virtual reality. And then I make a list of never touch games where I play them regularly with friends, right?
Sure.
So in that way, I never mess up.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yep.
Nothing ever happens.
Sure.
And that's just how that is.
Well, you're experiencing the realistic part about it, right? But
Mm.
but it says you have to play any game in perfect virtual reality. So like anything's perfect. The world's perfect. Everything's great.
Sure.
But once you play this, you can never play again. You can
What
never
if
do it again.
I choose never to leave the game? There you go. I'm in VR chat forever.
That's a fact.
That's dumb though.
Yeah.
Well,
So what?
hang
Press
on.
button?
The idea of perfect virtual reality
Mhm.
doesn't really work, right? Because unless you were to have every game be looking as realistic as possible and being, I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm being reminded of this this book series I used to read where people would be in these like virtual reality coffins, they called them, and you would feel the sensations in the game and all that stuff. Except a lot of the game was actually like most of it was this hub type thing where
Hmm.
it was a really cool series. I need to find it, but
Sure.
most of it was just them talking and it felt real for them, and so they would often just replace that as their reality.
Sure.
But that doesn't seem like the same thing. That seems like I have to pick a specific game, and that doesn't seem as fun, but I still will choose it
Right. Okay. So
because I
you
can be
press
smart
button.
with it. Yeah.
You press button on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Also keep in mind too, you can experience this with as if it was real, but you do not have any ill effects. So like even if you was to like get punched or
Well,
slaughtered,
that's
you know
what
what
if
I
I
mean?
chose to have ill effects? If I want to go in a boxing
could.
game and get the
It's your
absolute
game.
snot beat out of me, then why
Really.
not choose that?
Right. It's your game, bro. You
Yeah.
have the mindset to go about doing it however you want to do it. So I
Yeah.
got you.
You
All right.
just see me with a bloody nose after I go in VR.
Right.
Like, bro, what happened to you?
So 58% have pressed the button on this one,
Okay.
while 42% did not.
Why would you not? I think the
Mm,
reason being is because people would feel too tempted to like play the games that they really want to play, and then they're like, well, dang, I can't play this game anymore.
yeah,
But just control yourself. You'll be fine, bro.
I can.
All right. So, okay. You experience the most pleasant and relaxing tingly sensation whenever someone whispers, but you sacrifice your sense of smell. What you think?
Ask that question one more time.
You experience the most pleasant and relaxing tingly sensation
Mhm.
whenever someone whispers, but you sacrifice your sense of smell. Do you want the ability for ASMR to be as nice as possible when you lose your smell?
I lose my sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it had not said "but" with that, I'd probably say yes.
If there was
However,
no but, that's how this game goes, though.
I know,
Mhm.
but with that part, I don't know about that. So I will not.
No?
No. Mm-mm.
I feel like losing your sense of smell would just make the world a little more dull. You
It,
know
it
what I'm saying?
is. That's what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
you can't take away my smell, bro. I want to smell that syrup. I want to smell them pancakes. I want to smell the sausage. I want to smell the eggs. I want to smell the bacon. Okay. I want to smell the breakfast, the whole entire meal, the full course, everything. So if you take all that away from me, then I'm sorry, bro. It's like I can barely enjoy it just by only having a taste.
Mm.
I can't taste it. I can't smell nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's certain times where it's just nice to have a sense of smell. Sometimes it's not, but
Then again, yeah, that part I will say because I don't like having to smell someone's fart.
I don't like being in bathrooms around campus.
Yeah. Oh, oof. Trust me on
Mhm.
that one. Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Yeah.
That's
But-
horrible.
All right. So you said no?
No, I would not.
I would probably not too because I don't know. There's a reason you have that fifth sense, and if you just
Mhm.
forego it, 64% of people said they would not. That's actually a bigger number than I thought.
Okay, and how much was it for those that?
36%.
Wow,
Mm.
that's okay.
Mm.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Will you press the button if you get 20 wishes, no limitations, but every downside with a number doubles, i.e., if you lose 2 hours of your life every time you do blank, you now lose 4.
What you mean?
So,
So I can do any wish in the world, but the downside doubles?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
in other words, you lose 2 hours of your life every time you do blank. You now lose 4. Blah 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 blah. And in words, there's downside to anything. You can go for a wish, but it has like an after effect, or what's that one word? I forget. I can't read.
Caveat.
Yeah, basically. Or repercussions.
Well, then I just don't make very many wishes, right?
No, you don't. It says no limitations over your wishes, meaning like you can wish whatever.
So I only wish a few times for the things I really want.
Yeah.
And then there's not too many negatives.
Nope.
Until there's like really, really bad negatives for the few things I wish for. But, it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just ignore it. That's how I get through.
Okay, so you will?
Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
No.
Really?
Okay.
Why?
Because I don't want to have to keep on experiencing something bad occur every time I do something good for the world when I wish for something.
Well, that's why I don't wish for other people's happiness.
Yeah, I wish for you to be sad.
Yeah.
Be frightened. Be scared.
I wish for bad things, so I just get good negatives, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
Get beat up. Yeah. All that. All right. 55% said they will press the button.
Okay.
While 45% said they would not.
Okay.
So there's that.
So, would you be the funniest person on the planet, but nobody will ever take you seriously? What you think?
That's a dope question.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a dope question. No one will ever take me seriously.
You're going to make that bank as a comedian.
I am going to make a lot of money as a comedian, though.
Yeah.
That's hard, bro. You can't take me seriously?
Yeah.
I will not.
No,
because at some point you can only be funny for so long. At some point it runs its course. And people may need a different layer to who I am, especially if I'm doing movies too as a comedian. So as a comedian, you can only be funny for so long. You can do the corny stuff, the little spoofs and spin-offs and parodies. I get all that. But for me, I want to get to a point where people can actually see that I care about the craft of doing acting and real acting. That's why I have been thoroughly impressed by guys like Adam Sandler, Kevin Hart, Charlie Murphy. No, sorry, not Charlie Murphy.
Kevin
Rest
Hart.
in peace. Eddie Murphy. Huh?
What's Kevin Hart done recently?
He's done things like I think it's called The Upside. I keep forgetting the name of the movie, but I think it's called The Upside. It's him with Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, and he.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
right. He's a paraplegic, right?
Yes.
Bryan Cranston.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good.
It was
one.
a really good movie.
That.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give him.
I love that movie.
I'll give him that.
And so that part, and then you have to think about fatherhood and true story with him and Wesley Snipes, and he hung with one of the best African American actors in the world. Period. Yeah. So that's how I feel. I don't care what nobody say. Kevin Hart did his thing. Even he did an interview talking about why he needed to change about it and why he didn't always have to be so funny and silly all the time. So I would say not on that one.
Okay. I wouldn't. I just the downside is way too bad because I want to be taken seriously by people in general. And it's like, okay, no, I'm the funniest person in the world. I made bank, whatever. But it's like, that's not quite fulfilling if I can't at least be taken seriously,
It's not. And the reason why I say that too, you're always being put in a box. You'll always be known for just one thing.
100%.
Yeah, and you can never be known for probably like even if I wrote a book, could you read that book and go, oh man, I got some real life experience from this guy and actually took him seriously? You probably still laugh at the book and not take anything I say I went through seriously. So you won't take anything I ever done after doing comedy seriously.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it said that 66% of people would not do that, which is kind of expected.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just
it makes all the more sense in the world.
Yeah, it's not my thing. But seems like we're running out of time for this episode. We're cutting it short, mostly because we're about to do a change in how we're doing the episodes, and we're just going to see how that goes. Potentially, it might be shorter. We're just testing out things right now. So
time has to meet the preparation.
But yeah.
So for those that follow the King Light Podcast, if you follow us on different platforms as far as podcasts, you go from Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Deezer, Spotify will be all of their platforms. And if you like to follow us on our YouTube channel, it'll be there. Just type in the King Life Podcast and you will follow our channel. We have our page, our logo, all that good jazz. And if you want to follow us on our social media, we have Facebook, Instagram, and I believe Twitter. So yeah, there is that.
Yep. And I think we're good.
Alrighty. King Life, we are out.
See you guys.